Well, it's fall break, and in spring break, we went, I guess it was June, it was right after school got done. We went to the zoo to see some lights. And I made a Stamperia album, and I just finished it this week. I still have a few off pictures that aren't perfectly focused that I'm trying to decide what to do. But meanwhile, I'm going to give you a walkthrough of this album to show you some of the cool features of it. I still haven't finished because I'd like to have something pretty at the magnet that opens my box. It does have an acrylic piece here, and because it's a heavy book, I put a ribbon underneath so that the album is easily removed from the box without damaging the album, and it's a pretty stuffed album. So I will show you a little walkthrough of this Amazonian, I think it's called, by Stamperia album. I put a little sparkle on the jaguar, and I used a lot of flip-flaps in this book. It happened to have a light show at the zoo when we went, and Steve caught some really pretty cool pictures of the big flags they had, and I put them on with close to my heart flip-flaps so I could add quite a few pictures into the album. And one of the amazing things about these flag material satin type balloons was the eyes. The eyes when you walked up to these creatures were just so realistic. So my first page, I think I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 signatures. And the first one, I have some tigers here, and I didn't really want to take away from the beautiful cover print because I have 2 of those beautiful jaguars. And I still have more pictures, and I have a belly band here so I could add pictures there. And there's a little belly band here where something could be slipped in also. But that's my first page, very simple. Inside of each of the pages I have a pull-out, and it gives you plenty of room to add more photos. And I want to put some journaling. Now with my pullouts, I put a piece of acrylic. So this picture is not attached, it's just slid in, and I can easily move it or add spaces. And I'm going to see the kids this week, so I might have them do some of the journaling of their memories. But each page is a pocket page, and it can slide back in, and I put a tab so it's easy to get at. The thing with the tab is they're a little bit bigger than my box, so they might get bent over a little bit, and I just use a punch to make the tabs. My second page is a fold-out page, and I made some tags, just very basic tags, and put some photos on them. Put it in a pocket, and use the scraps to make the backs of the tags. So you could have either the design show or the photo show. And I also put some of the photos on mats, so to show off some of the beautiful paper. And there's also a corner pocket here, and you can have whichever photo you want, whichever photo you want showing. Okay, so that's my second signature. Oh, and the paper inside. I actually put the photo this wrong direction because I didn't want to cut off anything of this cool whale and waves. And on the back is a repeat of one of the smaller pictures I used. So that's the pocket for signature two. Let's see. Now, one thing we did was when we first got to the zoo was we all got to go on the carousel. And here's a picture of Louisa on the carousel. And I just thought this orange, well, it was a pink flamingo, pink, and she had orange and pink on a dress. I just thought it highlighted this paper really well. So on this one, it's also a flip out. And I put a mini waterfall. Here I just have one page, so that's not really a waterfall, but here's some of the evening pictures with the lights on. And here is a waterfall of some photos and just the 3x4 flip outs. And again, some of these need a little explanation, so I need to add some journaling to it. And underneath, I put one right directly on the fold out. So you can get quite a few pictures in this album. This is my third signature. This one has a little bit too much glue. I've noticed it was catching a little. Let me see if I can get it out. Make it flat. One of the pages was not sturdy. I added more glue and that made this catch. Okay, my third one was fall over some fish, and one of Steve's favorite, I put in the wrong orientation there, is a crab. Beautiful, beautiful example. This one also has room for more photos, even though the acrylic is a slip-in, so I could add another photo here, maybe from that stash that I haven't scrapped yet. Okay, so for this signature, we have a small waterfall, and again I use flip flaps. This is one of my favorite pictures. Louisa just loved the wild cats statue. She was giving them a hug. And Amelia sometimes just watched the others doing things, and she was with Aunt Stacy enjoying a park bench. Grandpa waiting for the kids to get tired, being tired himself. And then I added just one nighttime photo here, and the sloth was really hard to catch a picture of. They do have a sloth at the zoo, but I had trouble catching a picture. But this is a beautiful lion, beautiful flowers, the rhino, the pride of lion. They were just some beautiful, I keep using that word too much, but it really was beautiful. And here I just attached the photos to the page. One of the adventures was camel rides that day. And there's Kyla up on the camel. When I put this in the box, I put these pages in. I haven't opened it since I did that. And it seems like my pocket pages might